guys, good morning or afternoon depending on when you're watching this video, and happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel, Couponing with Kayla. We're outside of the CVS. We're about to head in here and check out the deals. I'm going to walk you through these deals in the store, plus we will go over the receipts when we get done and talk final cost. There'll also be a free printable list below this video down in the description box, and if we use any rebate apps, those will also be linked down below this video. So you guys, I'm excited to get into CVS and do the deals. I didn't get here as early as I did last week because it was still dark last week, but it's just now getting daylight and the sky was so pretty this morning. So anyways, we're about to head in here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully it's going to help you save some money, maybe learn how to pay less out of pocket at CVS. So let's go ahead, let's head in here and check out these deals. The first product I'm grabbing today is one of the Neutrogena lip balms or lip mask. These are $11.79 at my store, so if your store follows the 98% rule, Neutrogena has a deal this week for spend 12, get back a $7 extra buck. We're going to grab one of these for $11.79, use a $4 digital. You'll pay $7.79 and get $7 back, making one of these just 79 cents. Mix and match your items this week. So for example, one of these eyeshadows for $6.49, and then you could grab a mascara, something like that, for $11.79. That would total you $18.28. Check your account for a 3 off 15 CRT, and everyone got a $4 digital this week, so you would pay $11.28 and get a $5 extra buck, making it $6.28 for two of these products, depending on what you decide to pick up. Dowel products are on sale for buy one get one 40% off this week. So if you're grabbing the hand soap, two will total you $5.74. You're going to get a $3 extra buck back on this, plus 50 cents on one on Ibotta, making it $2.24 for two. But if you're looking for other products, check your rebates for body wash and other items. Check your account for a $2 and $3 digital coupon on the Garnier facial products. These are buy two, get an $8 extra buck. For example, if you can grab two at $8.29, that would be $16.58. With those two digitals, you'd pay $11.58 and get $8 back, making it $3.58 for two. Or there's other products that are priced around $10.29, so if you had to, you could mix and match the products, but the best deal would be to grab two of those scrubs. This week, Pampers wipes are buy two, get a $5 extra buck, and they're priced for $7.99 each, so two will total $15.98. We have a new $2 digital, so you'd pay $13.98, get that $5 back, making it $8.98 for two packs. Select Nivea products are spend 20, get back a $10 extra buck this week, and we have these shave products included for $4.99 each. If you grab four of these and your store follows the 98% rule, it'd be $19.96. No coupons for these products, but you'll get back $10. Submit to Ibotta for $1.25 on each one, which is $5 real cash back, making it only $4.96 for four. Gillette and Venus razors are buy one get one 50% off, and the cheapest ones at my store are $8.79. So I'm going to grab one of these. We have a $3 digital, and then I'm also going to grab one of the women's razors, also for $8.79, but it will ring up $4.39 with our buy one get one 50% off sale price. So for these right here, our total will be $13.18, but using two $3 digitals, we'll pay just $7.18, get back a $4 extra buck, making it $3.18 for two of these. Select Crest products are buy two, get back a $5 extra buck, and it's the more pricey ones that are $8.99 each. So you're grabbing two products. Scan these in the store on your CVS app, because we have two different $4 digitals and they attach to certain ones, so you want to make sure you're grabbing one that attaches to one coupon, one that attaches to the other. It'd be $16.98 before coupons, but after your two $4 digitals, you'd pay $9.98, get a $5 extra buck. And I scanned into Ibotta, it's only giving me $2.50 back on one of these, but it would still make it $2.48 for two. But we have another Crest deal that you could add into this and use a CRT to make this deal even better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of the Scope mouthwash for $3.97. Then I'm also going to grab one of the Crest toothpaste for $3.97, and these are on a separate promotion for buy two get a $4 extra buck. So we're going to pair this up with the buy two get a $5 extra buck deal. So these 4 products right here are going to end up totaling me $25.92. Check your account for a 4 off 20 CRT. We're using 2 $4 digitals and 2 $1 digitals. We would pay about $11.92 in the store, and then we're going to earn back a $4 extra buck, a $5 extra buck, and submit over to Ibotta for $2.50 back, making the final cost 42 cents for all of this. Now, if you can find another item in your store that does qualify for the $2.50 rebate, you may be able to get 2 $2.50 rebates, making this a little bit over a $2 moneymaker, I believe. But when I was scanning them in my store, I could only find one that qualified for the $2.50 rebate. So just double check yours and see what you can get. Select products are part of a spend $25, get a $5 extra buck deal this week. So the Downy scent beads for $6.99 have an awesome $3.50 digital coupon. So we're going to grab this as one of the items. Then we're going to pick up a couple of Tide products. We have the Tide Pods for $13.49 with a $3 digital. And we have these for $5.49. These 3 items total $25.97, and we have a $3 digital, a $3.50, and a $1 digital. You'll pay $18.47 but earn a $5 extra buck, making it $13.47 for 3, or about $4.49 each. Suavitel products are buy one get one 50% off, so 2 will total me $5.38. Get a $3 extra buck when you buy 2, making it $2.38 for 2 of these. Alright guys, so we are back home from CVS. I've got my haul just laid out on the floor with all the receipts. So we are going to go over our transactions. Everything that you see back here on the back row was done on one account, and then everything that you see right down here was done on a separate account. So I did several different transactions today. You can do one large transaction if you want to for your items, but I did it like this. That way I could roll those rewards and pay less out of pocket. Now today on this account, I was starting off with $5 in extra bucks. That's all the extra bucks I had. And then on this one down here, I was starting off with $4 in extra bucks, and that's all I had left from last week. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get into the very first transaction where I was picking up the Scope mouthwash. I picked up the Crest toothpaste, and then these 2 more expensive toothpaste right here, plus our Neutrogena lip product. So all those items right there. Let's take a look at this receipt. So here's the receipt for this first transaction. You can see all the digital coupons, and there at the very bottom of the coupons, you're going to see the $5.07 in extra bucks that I had left over from last week. So that helped lower my out-of-pocket cost to $14.64. Now, if I add those back in, you would be at $19.71 if you're starting off with no extra bucks and doing this Crest deal as well as the Neutrogena deal. Now, on this transaction right here, several extra bucks back. We got $5 for one of the Crest deals. We got $7 for the Neutrogena, and then we got another $4 extra buck for the other Crest deal. Then we also submitted over to Ibotta. Now, on Ibotta, they have a rebate for $2.50 back on select toothpaste. I scanned a bunch of different ones at my store, but the only one that I could find that qualified for the rebate was this one right here. But the reason, like I told you guys in the store, that I ended up grabbing this one is because I had a $4 digital that attached to this one. I had a $4 digital that attached to this one. If you can find one in the store that has the $4 digital that attaches to it and also has the rebate that attaches to it, then your deal will be even better. But because mine did not, I went ahead, I grabbed these products. I'm getting one $2.50 rebate on Ibotta. So overall, made the final cost on that transaction $1.21 for all those items. I'm so happy with that, because these are the expensive toothpaste right here. These are even normally, $4 or $5 each. And then this is normally almost $12. So to get all that for $1.21, that was awesome. And depending on how much extra bucks you have, you could pay even less out of pocket on your transaction. Now, what we're doing with the extra bucks we earn, we're taking the $5, $7, and $4 and rolling it into another transaction. I chose to roll it into the Nivea deal, and the reason I did that is because the Nivea had no coupons at all. So I didn't want to pay the whole $19 out of pocket. I wanted to go ahead and lower that. So you can see here on my receipt for Nivea, we took all those extra bucks we just earned on transaction 1, and that got me down to $3.61 out of pocket. Now, of course, if you weren't using those, you're going to be at $19.96. You're getting a $10 extra buck back on this transaction, and you're submitting over to Ibotta for $1.25 each, which gave me $5 back on 4 of these. My final cost ends up being $4.96 for all 4, so that was some awesome savings right there. Then you can take that $10 extra buck, roll it into almost anything in the store that you want to. I thought about getting laundry products with mine, but I decided to go ahead and do the Pampers wipes deal. This deal comes around like every few weeks, something like that. But our laundry deals come around quite often, I would say even more so. So for the Pampers wipes, I went ahead and grabbed these. So on this transaction, you can see that I had a $2 digital. Then we had $10.07 in extra bucks. That was what we had just earned on that previous transaction. So we paid just $3.91 out of pocket on this one. But of course, if you add back in the extra bucks we use, all of that, we would be at $13.98. Get a $5 extra buck back, makes it $8.98 for those 2 packs. And I did get the highest count that I could at my store with the 216. Some of the other ones were like 100 and something. So anyway, so I got those. I thought that was a pretty good deal, but they do have several to choose from. They also have like non-scented if you would prefer that. Then I took my $5 extra buck, rolled it into the Suavitel deal. This one we would be at $5.38 if you add back in those extra bucks, but we got a $3 extra buck back on this transaction, so it made the final cost just $2.38. And the last transaction that I did on this account is I took my $3 extra buck that I got from the Suavitel, and I went ahead and grabbed the scent beads for $6.99. Now this is part of the deal for spend $25, get a $5 extra buck. So the awesome thing about CVS is that it tracks towards your deals. So for example, even though I only grabbed the scent beads right now, if I wanted to go back later in the week and do the rest of the deal with everything, like say like the Tide Pods and the other Tide that I showed you guys in the store, I could do that. Or if I only wanted to grab these, I could do that. So we grabbed these for $6.99. We have an awesome $3.50 digital coupon, and then I used my $3 in extra bucks from that transaction with the Suavitel. Paid only 49 cents plus tax on this transaction right here. Now on this one, if you add back in that $3 extra buck, of course the final cost ends up being $3.49. But this is a pretty good size one. It's not, oops, it's not the smallest one. So this is the 7.8. So went ahead and grabbed that. So overall on that account for those transactions right there, my final cost after all rewards was about $21.02. Now on those transactions, the amount I actually paid out of pocket was $22.95. You can lower that if you have more extra bucks to work with. But after my cash back on Ibotta, which is real money that I'm getting back on the Nivea and the Crest, it made my out-of-pocket cost for all of those about $15.45, I think it was. So that definitely was some awesome savings right there. Now on a separate account, I was doing the Nivea deal, and then this one. Okay, so for this one, we'll go through it really quickly. I did the Neutrogena deal. On the Neutrogena deal, I went ahead, paid $3.06 out of pocket because I already had $4.73 in extra bucks. You add that back in. If you weren't paying with any extra bucks to start off with, it's $7.79. Get $7 in extra bucks back, makes it 79 cents. Then we went ahead, we took that $7 extra buck we earned, rolled it into the razor deal, and the razors, one of them actually rang up just a little bit cheaper than I thought it was going to. So with that being said, it actually only took $6.68 from that $7 in extra bucks we were using. So I paid 0 plus tax out of pocket on this one right here. And then we ended up getting back a $4 extra buck, okay? So on this transaction, the final cost was $2.68 for 2 razors. Took that $4 extra buck, rolled it to the Dial soap deal. On the Dial soap right here, I didn't have any coupons but the $4 extra buck, so it led me to pay $1.74 out of pocket. Originally, that would have been $5.74. And then we got another $3 extra buck, making it $2.74, but we got 50 cents back on Ibotta, making it $2.24 for those 2. Then I took my $3 extra buck I earned on this one, and I did the exact same Downy deal that I did on the other account. So for this one, once again, I had the $3.50 digital and $3 worth of extra bucks. I paid 49 cents out of pocket on that one, but adding that $3 back in, it would have been $3.49. So overall, all of these items that I got on this account was a final cost of $9.20. So if you add everything together on both accounts today, the final cost for all these items was $30.22, but my out-of-pocket cost after receiving rebates back from Ibotta was about $20.24. Anyways, guys, that is everything that I picked up today at CVS. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to do any of these same deals. As always, I appreciate you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Hopefully it gave you some ideas if these are some of the products that you need or want. And don't forget to check out my Walgreens haul. We have some great deals over there as well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.